Hey, so I hope you're having a good day. So I'll tell you one thing that I've noticed. I've noticed that when you're ready to walk away from the things that are draining you, from the people that are causing you to slowly bleed out, the familiar is going to give you a boarding pass. Yeah, the familiar is going to give you a boarding pass to your roller coaster ride. So I don't want you to think that when you're ready to walk away, that things are going to immediately get better. You see, that's the trick of the enemy. Okay? And that's even the trick of our own mind sometimes, that if I walk away from this situation that's causing me to be less than who I know I am, I'll get better. I'll be better immediately. That's not always necessarily the case. Sometimes you're going to get on a roller coaster ride, but I want you to know it's okay. Okay, so just strap in and hold on and be prepared for things to change. Sometimes you're going to experience plummets. Sometimes you'll experience twists and turns and even uphill climbs, just like a real roller coaster ride, right? And that's normal. So don't go looking for easy way outs. Don't go looking for shortcuts because those things expire intermittently. They expire very quickly, especially when we do things to jeopardize our peace for convenience and ease. So I've learned that in life, you got to stop looking for easy way outs because the easy way isn't always the right way, and the easy way isn't always the God way. So don't, when you get on this roller coaster ride and you're walking away from the familiar, and on your way out, the familiar gives you that boarding pass for your roller coaster ride, don't hit the release brake too soon. Don't reach for the release early, okay? Just wait for your guide, of course, God, to tell you when it's time for you to get off, to tell you when it's time for you to exit that season. But until then, enjoy the ride. And if it gets uncomfortable, and I know it will, just know that in life we have trials and we have tribulations, but they come to make us strong. And there will be some things that even the patriots of your family, they won't even be able to help you get through them. That's when you got to know where your help comes from. And don't allow yourself to get so discouraged so easily, because who knows, you could be in training to be the patriot of the family. You may be in training to be that one that people have to come to for help. Okay? So when your mind, and it will, tells you, okay, this is just too hard, let's just go back to what's familiar, let's just go back to what's easy, don't give in to the retraction. Mm-mm. Don't give in to the temptation to turn around, because if you go back, and I'm speaking from experience, if you go back to what's easier, if you go back to what's familiar, it's going to be like a wasteland. It's going to be a place where you don't recognize anymore, because you have experienced a little bit of growth. You have experienced a little bit of something new. So what was familiar won't be the same anymore. So don't even waste your time. Don't get off before it's time, okay? You can do this. I'm telling you, you're stronger than what you know. And the God that's fighting for you is stronger than what you think He is. So I know of a truth that in the Bible there are kings and that there are queens that God fought for and was with. So why would He stop fighting for and being with kings and queens now? You're a king and you're a queen. He's not going to leave your side. Just like over in 1 Kings 1 and 29, David said, I know that it is my God who delivers me, who redeemed me from all of my distresses. God delivered and redeemed David from every distress that he faced in his life. He was on his deathbed and he was telling people that, listen, you're not on your deathbed. But I want you to know that even in the midst of what you're going through, God is willing and He is ready to deliver you. But there are some things that you have to go through first, okay? There are some places that you aren't strong enough or you are not built for yet. But you're being built now. But you're on your way, okay? So just remember that even with the distresses that David went through, Your distress isn't more than what he had to carry. Your distress isn't more than what he went through, okay? So when I think about distress, underneath the umbrella of distress is different types of stressors. When I looked it up, I noticed that there was a psychological stress that David went through. There was a eustress, there was happy stress, that's eustress. And then there was also a social stress. He even went through chronic stress as well. All of these types of stresses are underneath the distress that God delivered David from. He's not a respecter of person, okay? So I want you to know that redeemed is a part of your story. There is redemption waiting for you. So I looked up the word redemption because David was heavy on the redemption. He's like, listen, God redeemed me from all of my distresses. So in the exhaustive concordance, redeem means to deliver by any means necessary. Let be redeemed. It means to rescue, to surely sever, and to preserve. My key words for this definition, to preserve, it just reminds me of a farmer who packs berries into a jar, for the winter. He'll pack berries in a jar, during the season because he wants to preserve, to keep them fresh for the next season that they're not going to be growing. So God is going to preserve you. He's like, you know what? You're worth saving. You're worth preserving right now as you are. You're worth it. He's going to preserve you. You're not going to fall apart. You're not going to be harsh. You're not going to be a person that you no longer recognize once you get off of this roller coaster. Once you get out of this season, you're not going to be someone that you regret becoming. God is like, I'm going to preserve you. I'm going to preserve the goodness, the sparkle in your eye. I'm going to keep you. And another one of my favorite definitions for redeem is to sever. He's like, listen, I'm going to cut every tie, every cord that is holding you down. Yeah, that's a part of redemption. That's a part of being redeemed. Yeah. And then my other favorite definition for redeem is to simply rescue. God is like, listen, I'm going to be your superhero. Yeah, I'm the one that you call for help. Not Clark, but you call Superman for help, right? God's like, I'll be your Superman. I'll swoop in. I'll grab you. I'll lift you up. It's like, I got you. I'm going to give you a redemptive story. So don't fret. Don't be afraid. This too shall pass. But know that it is best for you. It is better for you to walk away than to stay where you are. Whoever I'm talking to, you know who you are. It's better this way. Yeah. You're going to be stronger for it. You'll know when it's time to release. You'll know when it's time to step off. You'll know, because then there's going to be an ease and a calm. There's going to be a peace that surpasses all understanding. And you can have that even in the midst of that roller coaster ride. So another thing before I go, I want you to know that you'll begin to see people on roller coaster rides as well. It'll look like they're going for a joy ride at first, because they're out there sowing the royal oats, and they're just experiencing life, so to speak, in their own way. And then they come up to a hard fall, hard knocks in life. And on the roller coaster ride, they seem like they're doing twists and turns. Yeah, I don't want you to talk about those people. Be the one that pray for them, okay? Be the one that prays and fasts for them, because you needed it too, remember? All right, I hope this helped you. Y'all have a good day, and I'll talk to you again soon.